You know what it is. I have, yet again, been asked to go on BBC Radio Derby this evening. They've asked me to again take part in their little segment called Set the Agenda, where the participant talks about something that's going on in the local area, and then there's some pop culture, world news questions about things that are going on, and, well, according to last time, what a postbox is. If you've seen my previous few videos about my interviews on the radio, they're up there if you haven't seen them already. You'll know that there's a sort of a running theme of me sort of wearing ridiculous outfits while going on the radio because, you know, they can't see you. Might as well spice things up a bit. I'm dressed as a sumo wrestler today. This is my outfit. It's a bit of a step up from the previous ones that I've done. You know, oh, get in a tutu, or oh, put a hat on. No, this is a full-on inflatable suit. Which, you know, I could take someone on this. The only potential issues I face are the noise of the fan. Might have to turn it off for the interview. Also, arm movement is somewhat restricted. I mean, I can still put my phone up to my head. So, I mean, basically, I'm ready to go. I'm just, waiting on that all-important phone call. Previous time doing Set the Agenda, I got 4 questions right in a minute. I'm going to attempt to absolutely obliterate that record. If you have any ideas for other videos that I could use this costume for, please let me know, because I've had it for like a year. I've just got no idea what to do with it. Here we go! Hello? Hello, it is, yes. I'm very well, how are you? No problem. Hi Martin, how are you? I know what I'm doing.
Here on BBC Radio Derby. Time now, though, to set the agenda. As I mentioned, I drag somebody on to BBC Radio Derby and I say, all right, the floor is yours. Let's talk about whatever you want to. But in return, I want to test your knowledge. And you have 60 seconds to answer some questions about stuff that's happened in the last 24 hours or so. Aidan is the chap doing it this evening, and he's on the line now. Good evening, Aidan.
Good evening, Martin. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Now, let's just start off as we mean to go on here, because every time you've been on the show now over the last, few months or so, every time we've spoken for various different things, Aidan has recorded a little video of him talking to me, and he's put it on his YouTube, and it's very, very good. Aidan's got his own YouTube channel, really, really good. I watch these every time, Aidan, and you dress up as something to be on the radio, don't you?
I do. Well, I mean, the logic is you can't be seen while on the radio, so you might as well be dressed ridiculously.
Absolutely. I'm all for this. I mean, myself, I'm wearing a giant bear costume.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I am, yeah. So just describe some of the costumes you've worn previously before I get into what you're wearing today.
Originally, I went on dressed as a banana. Second time, I was a distinguished Victorian gentleman. Thirdly, I think it was a ballerina sort of princess thing in a tutu.
Yeah.
This time, you'll have to watch the video and find out. I'm not going to give anything away.
Very good. Right, good. Great. Well, I'm glad we got that out of the way, because I just wanted to call you out on it, really. Just to say, I know what's going on here. Anyway, this is Set the Agenda, and I will be testing your knowledge of stuff that's been happening over the last 24 hours in just a little bit. But first, the floor is all yours, and we can have a discussion about kind of whatever you like, really. So what's been going on? What do you want to talk about?
Well, the local news has been all about the Blue Lagoon.
That's reared its head again then, has it? This every now and again, this sort of comes round as a story. Just explain for people who maybe don't know what we're talking about, what the Blue Lagoon is.
So it's this toxic pool in a disused quarry in the local area, which is very toxic. It's highly alkaline. It's almost got the same pH as bleach. It's a pH of 11.3. It's filled with disused cars, carcasses, trash, and dead animals. So it's really unpleasant to be near, but it's got this beautiful blue colour, which is really enticing for people to come and, swim in it, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, well, if you look at a picture of it, if you just saw a picture of it, you'd say, oh, what a wonderful picturesque location. That gorgeous blue, it's so lovely. It's like being on a tropical island, and you could just imagine yourself sunbathing and swimming and the thing. And then the police are like, no, please don't do that. You have no idea how dangerous it is. And what the police put dye in it, don't they, to try and change the colour to make it look less attractive, because people go in and it's very, just so dangerous.
Yeah, that's right. They originally dyed it like a deep black in 2013, but after a few months or so, they couldn't really be bothered anymore, or they lost funding or whatever reason, so it went back to its natural tropical blue. But yeah, recently in lockdown, the numbers of people going there have been really up, so they've dumped more dye in there, and there've also been some farmers nearby who've dumped manure around the area to really dissuade people from staying there.
You'd think that would do the trick, wouldn't you? But it never seems to. Everything they seem to do never seems to dissuade people from going there, and I can never understand why. Because there's so many beautiful areas around that part of the world, yet people just keep going to a toxic waste dump.
Yeah, certainly right. I mean, it's a wonderful area, and there's plenty other more interesting places to go to. And I mean, it's not like this place is easy to get to. The council have made it really difficult to park in the area. They've put up a bunch of warning signs telling people do not go here. But somehow people just can't resist.
Yeah, can't resist swimming in something with almost the same pH as bleach. Very bizarre. Very bizarre indeed. Right, Aidan, well done. That was you setting the agenda, and interesting stuff to talk about there because, well, it's a story that just keeps coming round and round and round and round and round. So it's interesting to see that yet again it's reared its ugly head. But that was set the agenda. Now it's my turn to just check up on you, really, and find out how well you've been paying attention to things in the news over the last 24 hours or so. How have you been sort of doing a lot of reading and watching and going online and finding out what's been going on in the world recently?
Kind of. I mean, I check Twitter every day. I read the headlines, but I'm not particularly avid.
Okay, well, I think you're going to do all right. I think you did quite well last time. I can't quite remember what you got, but I think you did pretty well.
4, I think.
Oh, you got 4. Okay, not as well as I remember you doing, but can you improve? 4's not too bad. Can you improve on 4? Let's find out by putting 60 seconds on the clock and finding out how many questions about the last 24 hours you can get right. Here comes your first one. Stuart Broad became the set. I've ruined it. Right, let me try again because I started doing it. It went wrong.
Shocking.
I know, terrible. I want to give you a fair chance. Right, here we go. Stuart Broad became the second England bowler to reach 500 Test wickets in which sport?
Cricket.
Cricket is correct. Which band is having a charity concert they performed in the US investigated over allegations social distancing rules were breached?
Oh no, the Beatles.
Chainsmokers. The government's launched a scheme giving you £50 voucher to spend on fixing what mode of transport?
Your car?
Bicycle. There's been criticism of which local airport after increased the price of rapid drop-off from £3 to £4?
Birmingham?
East Midlands. Opera singer Andrea Bocelli has admitted breaking lockdown rules in his home country. Where is that?
Italy?
Which internet giant has announced it's building a giant undersea cable connecting the US with the UK and Spain?
BT.
Google. The German government says it's very worried about a rise in coronavirus cases. What's the capital of Germany?
Berlin.
The world's most expensive football keeper, Kepa Arrizabalaga, has been dropped by which London club? I apologise for getting his name terribly mispronounced, but where's he from?
Chelsea?
Chelsea is correct. Very good. I'd never heard of him, you see, despite him being the world's most expensive football keeper.
Neither had I.
Yeah. It's a very long surname, isn't it? Arrizabalaga. I think I almost got it right. You got 4. 4 correct. Hey. So you equalled your previous score.
I'm happy with that. Can't say I'm a massive football fan, so that was quite a lucky guess on that last one.
You and me both. Thanks for playing, Aidan. It was good fun, and we'll talk again soon.
Right,
I'm looking forward to seeing your video, seeing what you're dressed as you do all of this.
Yep. The Aidanator. I'll upload soon.
Okay, good. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Speak again soon.
Bye. Woo! 4 points. All right. I didn't exactly decimate my score, but at least I didn't do worse. I thought, the old crinkling might have been an issue, or, you know, the fan noise, but nope, not at all. Got away with it. Sweet. I mean, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to one-up this one. Leave any suggestions down in the comments. Thank you, Martin. You know, I know you're watching, for having me, and I'll see you next Sunday. See you later.